Back here in Johannesburg, former President Jacob Zuma's private prosecution case against President Cyril Ramaphosa has been postponed to the 26th of May. He's accusing Ramaphosa of being an accessory after the fact for failing to act against state prosecutor Billy Downer and journalist Karyn Maughan. Zuma is accusing the pair of leaking and publishing his private medical records that were the basis for granting him parole back in 2021. At the same time, he'd served just 2 months of his 15-month sentence for contempt of court. Now, our reporter Moloko Moloto is tracking that story and he joins us now live for more. Moloko, just help us understand, because on Monday the court did grant Ramaphosa that urgent interdict to stop today from even happening. So why was the former president even there?
Oh yes, a very important question, Masero. You are correct that on Monday the High Court here issued out a court order essentially granting an interim interdict to President Cyril Ramaphosa, but that was mainly in line with Part A of the President's application, which essentially was about the President trying or asking the court to stop today's criminal case from continuing, because you would be aware that the former President, Mr. Zuma, had wanted the President to be here today, to be standing in the dock as a criminally charged person. So in that regard, the court did rule in favor of the President, and it was clear that the former President is interdicted from continuing with the prosecution of President Cyril Ramaphosa pending the outcomes of Part B of the application, which speaks to the merits around the nolle proseculis certificate or non-prosecution certificate and the summonses whose legitimacy the President is contesting. But let me speak to Mr. Mzwane Lemanyi. He speaks for the JG Zuma Foundation. Mkulwa, what were you doing today in court since the Monday order was clear that your patron, Mr. Zuma, should not continue with the prosecution?
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Let me correct you. You used the word stop. There's nothing else stopped. It's pended. So it's continuing but pended. This is what this is about. So what we are here today was to adjourn the proceedings pending the finalization of Part B. And now there's another development that even the judgment of the bench of the Johannesburg High Court Civil Court is going to be appealed as well. So all of those processes will have to precede the criminal case, which as we speak here and now has been set down again for the 26th of May. So,
yeah, what is your understanding? Because I want to read just one line of that order, paragraph 2. It says, pending the final determination of Part B, the respondent, which is Mr. Zuma, is interdicted. What is your understanding of an interdict? He's interdicted from taking any further steps to give effect to the nolle prosequi certificates and the summonses. As I said, the President is contesting the validity of those issued by the register. Or he's also interdicted from pursuing the private prosecution under case number against the applicant in any way. This is self-explanatory. Your patron is being interdicted.
Let me explain. Do you know the difference between a comma and a full stop? We're in a comma, not a full stop. So the interdict is just a comma. It's not a full stop. Your assertions or your sentiment would make sense if there was a full stop, if it was a dismissal. So President Zuma's case has not been dismissed. Just a comma has been put in. That's all there is to it.
Correct. But until Part B, until the court decides on the validity or the legality of those 2 non-prosecution certificates and the 2 summonses that were issued, until the court says they stand, Mr. Zuma cannot continue to prosecute the President.
The fact that we have a judge today that gave a case number. There's a case number today for the criminal charges, for the criminal case. That case indeed is pending on the finalization of these ones. But that does not take away the key issue here. The key issue, as you and I are sitting here now, is that President Ramaphosa continues to be a criminally charged person. He continues to be an accused up until the matter is finally resolved in both courts.
But that doesn't mean there's any effect on the president. The fact that you are continuing in court and it's been postponed to the 26th of May, it means nothing on the side of the president, the person that you say is an accused, in that it affects him in no way for as long as Part B has not been finalized. So you is issuing out a statement yesterday to say that the court on Monday simply just said the president must not come is a bit misleading, because you are creating an impression that the prosecution is continuing, isn't it?
Let me clear your confusion. President Ramaphosa, Ace Mahashule, Musebenzi Zwane, they are in the same category. They are accused persons that are still waiting for their day to clear their matters in court. The difference is a small one, where the others have been excused because of bail applications that they put in. President Ramaphosa's one is interdict that has excused him. But in the country, there are three types of people. You've got a person, a free man, you and I, are not facing anything. You've got another category, accused persons. That is a different category altogether. That's where President Ramaphosa belongs. And then you've got an imprisoned person. That's a third person. So there's that continuum. So you are busy or desperate to create the impression that President Ramaphosa is a free man. He's not a free man. He's an accused person.
All right. Mkhuluwa, Jimmy Mzwanele Male. Apologies, Mzwanele Manye. Well, he insists, as you heard there, Masero, that the case continues. But I guess if the case does continue, we will have to wait and see what will happen on the 26th of May. But what we know is that yesterday the court has decided that the hearing of Part B, which is going to be about on the merits of those documents, will be happening on the 18th, the 17th and the 18th of May. But as matters stand, the president, I don't think he has anything to worry at this point in time until a determination is made in as far as that Part B is concerned, Masero.
All right. Well, May is going to be a very interesting month in this aspect. Reporter Moloko Moloto live outside the High Court in Johannesburg for us. Let's leave it there for now.